Hello, hello! I just wanted to make a quick video explaining how to use the Beachbody container system. I know a lot of people look at the containers and they're like, how in the world am I supposed to use these little things? And so I wanted to make a little video to explain them so that they super make sense and you're like not confused at all. So depending on what program you are choosing to do, whether you bought DVDs or whether you got the All Access Challenge Pack, assuming you got the All Access Challenge Pack, because most people do, you can find a nutrition guide online. So log into your Team Beachbody account, just use your regular login and password. On the upper left-hand corner, you'll click on Beachbody On Demand, and most likely you'll have to sign in again. And then go to the program that you've chosen to do, and on the right-hand side, you'll see a whole bunch of tools that you can use to help you succeed. There's like a Getting Started Right guide, there's a class schedule to follow, and there's always nutrition guides and meal plan recipes, okay? So when you go there, you'll see a formula that tells you how much you should be eating. And it's the typical formula, you know, that you take your weight and you times it by a certain number, you subtract a certain number to figure out your maintenance versus your lose. And then based on the amount of calories you're supposed to be having, they'll give you an amount of containers to eat throughout your day. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy to use. So I will, for example, I'm looking at the Core to Force eating plan guide, and I realize it's backwards for you. So it tells you to, let me look at, so here's the little food plan guide, right? So you take your current weight in pounds, you times it by 11, you add 400 calories for your calorie burn, then you minus 750 for a caloric deficit. And then if you fall between 1,200 and 1,499, you fit into plan A. 1,500 to 1,799 is B. 1,800 to 2,099 is C. 2,100 to 2,400 and above is D, okay? So if you're like 1,501, then go to plan B, right? And if you're 1,498, go to plan A, right? It fits into that window. So trust the program, trust the process, yes? So I am a nursing mom though, so if I did that formula, I would be in plan A, 1,200 to 1,499, but I need to keep my milk supply, yeah? So they say, they being the creators of the container system, to go up one bracket when you're nursing. I personally have gone up two because I'm doing Insanity Max 30, which is an incredibly intense program. So I have gone up to plan C. So that is what I do, that I have found that's what works for me. If that's what works for you, cool. If not, you do whatever works for you. Yes, but I have lost 56 pounds since the last day of my pregnancy. I was 180. I now weigh 124. And I weighed myself on day 8 of my vacation. So I might even weigh less than that. I don't know. Because I don't use a scale. So anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. So figure out what plan works for you and then trust that process, okay? So for me, if I was doing plan A, if I wasn't nursing, I would be having 3 veggies, 2 fruits, 4 proteins, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seed and dressing, and 2 oils and nut butters. But because I'm nursing, I'm going up to plan C, so I get to have 5 veggies, 3 fruits, 5 proteins, 4 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seed and dressing, and 5 oil and nut butters, okay? So this is what they look like. When you get the containers, there's even little nifty stickers that are color coordinated so you can label them if you want, but after a while you just memorize it, yeah? This is your seeds and dressings, okay, the orange one. It's about the equivalent of 2 tablespoons. So it's deceiving. A lot more can fit in this than you think. I had some dressing today and I was like, whoa, that's a lot. Like, I don't even think I need that much for what I'm having. Okay, this is healthy fats. So honestly, I just use this for cheese because I love cheese. So it's also stuff like avocado counts as a healthy fat, or hummus counts as a healthy fat. So whatever can fit in here. So for me, if I'm having quesadilla, I scoop up my cheese with this thing, throw it on my tortilla, and that's how much blue I can have, right? Purple is your fruits, okay? You can fill up this with strawberries or cut up bananas or apples or whatever. I will also be showing you an app and how to use the app you don't have to use this. You don't have to cut up everything. You can also just know that half of a large banana equals a purple container. You don't have to dice it up and shove it in there and make sure the lid closes, right? You just know half a large banana equals one purple. This is the yellow container. Yellow is for carbohydrates. I personally have never used this container except for granola when I want fruit and yogurt parfait in the summertime, right? I have only used this for granola. I've never shoved spaghetti or egg noodles in there. But this is your carbohydrates, and this is about the equivalent of a half of a cup. And I forgot to say the blue one is about the equivalent of a fourth of a cup, and the purple one is the equivalent of about 1 cup. They're not perfect. The containers are a little more or less, depending on the container, but that's about the rough estimate. Red is for proteins. This is about 3/4 of a cup. So anything, honestly, I've never used the red one either, but if you're having a salad and you like chopped up some chicken, you can throw it in there, make sure it fits, throw it on there, yeah? And then the green one is your vegetables. Again, they're the exact same size, so it's about a cup as well. So you do not have to shove your vegetables into these containers though, or shove your proteins. That's where a lot of people get confused. So for me, like I said, I've never used this container and I've never used this container except for granola, but I eat the containers every single day. So what? I'm confused, right? So for me, I know because of the app that I'm going to tell you about, 2 eggs equals 1 protein. So I don't shove my eggs into here. I just know 2 eggs equals 1 protein. So every time I have 2 eggs, I track that I had 1 protein. I know that 4 ounces of chicken is 1 protein. So if I have 8 ounces of chicken, I just had 2 reds. Does that make sense? I know that 4 turkey bacons are 1 serving of protein. So if I have 4 slices of turkey bacon or 2 slices of turkey bacon, I had half of a protein. If I had only 2, if I had 4, I had 1 protein. Okay, and I'll show you the app. It makes things a lot easier. Same thing with this. I don't shove my spaghetti in here. Nobody would like spaghetti if it was that short. I just know that 2 ounces of spaghetti, and I have a food scale. I know that 2 ounces of spaghetti is 1 serving, so that is 1 carbohydrate. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna backtrack a little. Sorry, I'm watching my friend's little boy, and he's here while I record this. As a nursing mom, make sure you're drinking your water because at least for me, my son's 8 months old. I've never noticed a difference in my food really, besides him like liking or disliking the things that I've eaten. But I can totally tell when I have not had enough water because my letdown is a lot slower. And maybe that's more than you want to know, but that's what I'm going to tell you. He wants to play with the containers. Okay. This is not like in the program, but I'm going to tell you what I do. That's why I'm making this video. On days that I'm super active, like I pushed so hard in my workout and then I went and mowed the lawn and then I played tag with my niece and whatever, you know, the days that I'm talking about, like the days that you did a lot of active stuff, I will up another bracket. So I will still, because I'm hungry and I don't want to be ornery, I don't want to be grumpy. Food is energy, right? So if I need more energy, I will go up a bracket and I will eat more, but I will eat more within the container system. Okay, I'm not going to go have 3 donuts because I earned them, right? I'm just going to go up 1 bracket. And so that will for sure give me another vegetable. That will for sure give me another carb. That will for sure give me another protein and sometimes a fruit too. So take that or leave that. That's what I do on days that I'm feeling the energy lag and I need more food. I just go up 1 calorie bracket. But make sure you get all your containers in. The purpose of this program is to use it and to trust it. You cannot get your fruits and your proteins and your carbs, but ignore your vegetables. You have to get it all because you want to fuel your body correctly. You have to get your teaspoons in too. I forgot to say you get teaspoons as well, which is like olive oil, different oils and nut butters. So I personally use my oils on, I put olive oil on my toast every single morning for breakfast. I'm kind of boring. And then I have a tablespoon of peanut butter in my Shakeology. So that counts as my 4 teaspoons. So make sure you're getting all your containers in. Everything. The healthy fats, the proteins, the carbs, not just pick and choose. I only want fruit and carbs today. No. Okay. All of it. You need all of it, including the veggies, including the teaspoons, everything. And have small meals throughout the day. don't eat all your containers in one sitting, right? You have to make small meals, some good decisions throughout the day so that by the end of the day after dinner, you're not like ravenous, okay? You have to be smart about it. Shakeology counts as a protein. That's in the app, but I just wanted to make sure you knew that. Okay, now let me show you the app. And also okay, while I'm thinking about it, I want to remember this too. The beautiful thing about the containers is you can eat real food. You can go to a restaurant. You can have butter and bread and balsamic vinegar and cheese and whatever you want, okay? You can eat those things. You can have pizza. And it just counts as 2 carbs and 1 protein if you're having a meat pizza. And if you're having a cheese pizza, it counts as 2 carbs and a blue, right? A blue being healthy fats and cheeses. So, do you want the blue one? Blue? The blue one's my favorite too. I love cheese. So you can have pizza. You just have to have it in moderation. And guess what? You can have a donut. Did you just hear me? You can have a donut. You just switch it out for one of your carbs. But you're only supposed to do that 3 times. I hope you can hear me. You're only supposed to do that 3 times in a week. Okay? So you're not supposed to have a donut every single day and switch it out for a carb. It's called a treat swap. And you can do that. You can have a cookie, but one cookie. And you're switching it out for a carb. Or if you have 2 cookies, you have to use 2 carbs and so on and so forth, okay? That's the thing that I love about the containers because they are sustainable. It's a lifestyle change. It is something you can do forever. It's not a leave everything that's good and I can't have pizza and I can't have donuts, right? Like you can. You just have to have them in moderation. So, Eugene, shh. We can watch the movie. Watch the movie, please. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the app really fast. So it's called 21 Day Fix Tracker because 21 Day Fix was the first thing that ever came out with this container system. So that's why it's called that, and it's free. It's lovely. Okay, so I know it's going to be backwards on my screen, but it looks like there's a glare. It's 21 Day Fix, okay? White square with black 21 day, and then the fix is purple. Okay, when you do it, you'll see a menu that looks like this, and this is a beautiful thing. If you go to the introduction, it like tells you all the steps of using the containers, using the calendar, making your workouts a priority. It kind of just gives you support in an app version. Then it explains the containers. The green is veggies, purple is fruit, blah, 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 all the things I just said. The beautiful thing I'm about to tell you, though, is when you click on veggies, it comes up with a list. A beautiful list of all the things that are good for you to have and what counts as a veggie. So you don't have to do the whole like, is tomato a fruit or a vegetable? This tells you what to count it as, okay? And just so you know, according to 21 Day Fix, tomatoes are a vegetable, okay? But avocados are not. They're a healthy fat, okay? So all the containers, every single list, it comes up with what you can have. So like the blue one, it says avocado, almonds, cashews, peanuts, pistachios, pecans, and it tells you how many you can have. 8 walnut halves, 10 pecan halves. Or if it doesn't have a number, then that's when you would pull out your handy dandy container and see how much could fit in there, right? And there's a list for every single thing. So oils and nut butters is extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin coconut oil, flaxseed oil, blah, blah, blah. You can look at it yourself, okay? The next part is the one I use daily. It's called 21 Day Tracker. You click on it, you reset. So it gave me the option to do 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme. I just do 21 Day Fix because that's the like program that pretty much everyone uses. So, oh, did it break? Okay, one sec. Go play with some toys, please. Okay, so I reset it, right? So then when you click on day 1, and you go for 21 days or 30 days or whatever program you have, it tells me my containers based on my weight up there. So for me, I had to change it because I'm nursing, like I told you already. So to do that, I just clicked the pencil and I just upped it to match what I needed to have because my weight didn't match since I'm nursing and it doesn't know that, right? So, sorry, it was being weird, so I had to exit out of it. Okay. So then it tells me right there how many vegetables, how many fruits, how many proteins, how many carbs, how many healthy fats, how many seeds and dressings, how many teaspoons. And this is still from before I lost a whole bunch of weight, okay? So then I just clicked on breakfast. The beautiful thing is let me just show you. So this morning for breakfast, I had 2 eggs. I know that's 1 protein. So I put in 1 protein. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Then I had half of a chicken sausage because Blake and I shared. So that is a half a protein. I had a piece of toast. That's 1 carb. I put olive oil on my toast. And then I put a cup and a half of veggies in it. Spinach, onions, green onions, bell peppers. And I marinated those in a teaspoon of olive oil. So that's 1.5 veggies, 1.5 proteins, 1 carb, and 2 oils and nut butters. Okay, so I entered that in. You can see all the numbers right here on this side. I click done, and then guess what? It takes them away from what I have for the rest of the day. So then for lunch today, I had a quesadilla. So I had 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom of tortilla. So that's 2 carbs. I had a blue container of healthy fats. Sorry, of cheeses. Sorry, he's needing my help. 1 sec. So 1 blue. I had ranch with it, homemade ranch. And no, maybe that's not like completely 21 Day Fix approved, but I like ranch and I wanted some. Eugene. Okay, thank you. So that's 1 orange container. So 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, and some ranch, my seeds and dressings, right? So then I click done. It again takes it away from me. So now I know what I can have for dinner. I should probably have like a small carb or like a salad with some protein in it. I can have lots of fruit, right? And that is basically how the app works. Then if you go back to, there's like a 3-day quick fix thing. It's like if you really want to get healthy over the weekend and you want to look super fabulous for family pictures and you want to be really strict for 3 days, that's what that is. This is the maintenance one. Tells you if you're not trying to lose, you're just trying to maintain. Settings are just, normal. And then the transformation tracker is for measurements and stuff. So it's a beautiful app. Like I said, it's free. So use it. And I hope that helps because I know for me, it took a lot of trial and error to figure out exactly how to do the container. So I hope that helps you. And let me know if you have any questions. So good luck.